Announcements and presentations. I'm going to be presiding over this portion in Pro Tem Suarez's stead because she is our gracious host and leader for Youth in Local Government Day. So a special welcome to you all again, all our students that are here. And Ms. Suarez, you are recognized.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. It's really been a great day since 8 a.m. this morning. We've had about 65 high school students with us. They've had the opportunity to meet with council. They also get to present 7 ideas to council this afternoon in the chambers. And so I'm so grateful to everyone that helped make it happen and all my colleagues that were here. So this is a proclamation recognizing Youth in Local Government Day, April 2nd, 2024. Whereas Youth in Local Government Day is April 2nd, 2024, and is hosted by Councilmember Zulfa Suarez, intern Sean Ahmed, Kenneth Crow, in partnership with Vice Mayor Angie Anderson, Metro Nashville Public School, Metro Board of Education, Mayor's Youth Council, and the Nashville Child and Youth Collaborative. And whereas Youth in Local Government Day gives students from Antioch High School, Pelcon High School, and McGavock High School, along with a team from the Mayor's Youth Council and Nashville Child and Youth Collaborative, the opportunity to become involved in local government firsthand. And whereas each school selected 15 students from the Leadership Academy of Student Government, students selected an issue of interest and worked to resolve it collectively, and they provided recommendations and solutions to us this afternoon. Whereas this year's issue of interest include Antioch High School, limiting the number of single-family homes that can be purchased by corporations. Pelcon High School, addressing gun violence in our community. McGavock High School, lack of safe and accessible bus options. Mayor's Youth Council, pop-up farmers market at Wigo Central. Nashville Child and Youth Collaborative Ambassadors talk about mental health support, safe community spaces for young people, and affordable and high-quality childcare. Whereas during this all-day event, students had the opportunity to meet with Mayor Freddie O'Connor, the district council members. They got to tour the Metro Courthouse and City Hall. They watched council committee meetings, and they participated in workshops for single-group solutions. And whereas the idea for youth in local government came from Councilmember Suarez's desire to get the youth involved in local government, to encourage youth voter turnout, and from a passion for advocacy for women and children. And whereas Vice Mayor Angie Anderson was instrumental in the success of this day, a passion for amplifying youth voices throughout the community provided guidance, leadership, and gave inspiration to the naming of this program. And whereas Antioch High School Principal, Ms. Nakisha Burnett, and teacher liaison Heron Rodriguez worked diligently to make this event successful for their students. This year's participating students from Antioch are Kalia Johnson, Marco Dawes, Niaya Villanueva, Victoria Madu, Yaretz Balzaza, Sibonjile Moyo, Hector Valencia, Edom Abauli, Trinity Cook, Sydney Johnson, Johnny Rivera, Samantha Alvaredo, Nora Gibby, Yusuf Charles, Olivia Manila, and Deep Patel. And whereas Pelcon High School Principal Dr. Miriam Harrington and teacher liaison Miss Lorraine Stalwart worked diligently to make this event successful for their students. This year's participating students are Daim Cotton, Lania Featherston, Madini Dismuki, Coran Carter, Shariah Hawkins, Katia Brooks, Jada Chicks, Zakia Davids, Ariana Thomas, Nia Revish, Zakendra Wagner, Clara Walker, Sierra Walker, Kiera Walker, Jamantha Warfield, James Baker, and Jamud Merriman, and Israel. And whereas McGavock High School Principal Dr. Bruce Jackson and teacher liaisons Miss Asa Bradley and Miss Mary Norton worked diligently to make this event successful for their students. This year's participating students are Atreus Kayers, Dev Patel, Samaya Amstead, Mariona Douglas, Kelly God, Carolina Santiago, Yesenia Lucio Gomez, Rodrigo Martinez, Isabella Tolentino, Leslie Castillo, Christian Guzman Hernandez, Braden Billings, Gabriela Ferguson, Mostera Luna Villa, and Madison Wills. And whereas the Mayor's Youth Council participating students are Madison Moore, Bethel Durige, Aziza Sharif, Sumuka Shashit Ara, Shumuka, Emily Kim, Adrian Gott, Clayton Ellis, Lawrence Quimbo, Camelina Pedersen, Kelvin Graves, and Susanna Wilkinson. And whereas NCYC's participating ambassadors are Christopher Baxdale, Bella Seaton, and Faye Lewis. And whereas a very special thanks goes out to Mayor Freddie O'Connor, Dr. Adrian Battle, Dr. Christopher Winfrey, Mr. David Bram, Chief Ank Clay, staff and MMPS for providing transportation and sponsoring lunch. Ms. Katie Call, Kyla Kritekos, and NCYC for their assistance and donating gift cards. The Mayor's Youth Council Director, Alisa Vega, Dr. Victoria Ensley with Vanderbilt, Metro Council staff, Metro ITS, school board members, council members, and our participating state legislators for all their time and support. It has indeed been an historic day. The kids have a lot of fun. They don't want to go home. You can imagine being here since 8 a.m. From 8 o'clock, they've been here and they're still very excited. And we learned a lot from them and they gave us a whole lot. And we hope we'll continue to do this. So to everybody, especially the kids, thank you so much. This has been a dream for me and I'm glad that we get to make it a reality. Yes, so. All right, picture, let's get picture. Yes, picture. Let's take picture. Here, face here. Okay. All right, let's get picture. Yep.
Thank you so much, Pro Tem, and thank you, students, and thank all of our partners. We're really, really grateful. We're going to take one podium picture, I think, and then the rest we can do out on the mezzanine.
All right.
That's great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Next, Council Member Gamble has another presentation. And if you all are going to exit, please exit quietly as we have another presentation. This is for the 10th anniversary of the Extreme Cold Weather Shelter, our overflow shelter. And this presentation is by Council Member Gamble.
Thank you. If everyone who's here from Metro Social Services and Office of Homeless Services would come forward, and anyone, council members who want to help present this resolution, please feel free to join us. All right, we'll get started.
Go ahead.
A resolution recognizing the 10th anniversary of Nashville's extreme cold weather overflow shelter and the contributions of Metro Social Services and the Office of Homeless Services. Whereas Nashville's cold weather plan recognizes November 1st through March 31st as the cold weather season in Nashville and Davidson County, and
whereas since 2014, Metro Social Services has operated the city's extreme cold weather overflow shelter annually, opening once temperatures drop dangerously low, providing overnight shelter for Nashville's unhoused population. And whereas January 6, 2014, an Arctic front hit parts of the country, including the southeast, with 1 to 3 inches of snow falling throughout the area and the temperatures dropping as low as 5 degrees, and
whereas the winter system hovered over Nashville for days at a time, the Metro government did not have coordinated shelter network beyond referring people to Room in the Inn and Nashville Rescue Mission. And whereas Mayor Carl Dean, recognizing these two facilities were not sufficient, reached out to MSS requesting to open a temporary shelter to provide relief from the cold for Nashville's unhoused population.
And whereas, as a result, Nashville's Extreme Cold Weather Overflow Shelter was established on January 15, 2014, for the city to take additional people seeking shelter when Room at the Inn and the Nashville Rescue Mission began reaching capacity, hence the intentional reference to overflow in the shelter's name. And whereas, while Nashville residents who have housing were advised to stay home and off the roads due to hazardous winter conditions, those experiencing homelessness were directed to the Nashville Fairgrounds Vaughn Building, where MSS, in conjunction with the Office of Emergency Management, OEM, operated the city's cold weather shelter. And
whereas, due to the success of the shelter response, a more coordinated and firmer plan was constructed, eventually evolving input, coordination, and support from homeless advocates, community partners, and fellow Metro agencies, including Metro Nashville Police and OEM, conducting cold patrols, providing rides to shelters, and WeGo providing free buses to those unhoused needing transportation to shelters. And whereas in 10 years, MSS has provided a safe haven, compassionate care, case management, warm beds, hot meals, and shelter for pets belonging to those experiencing homelessness for thousands of some of Davidson County's most vulnerable residents who face a significant threat from cold weather. And
whereas in 2022, the Office of Homeless Services was created to provide solutions and expertise in reducing homelessness in Nashville and Davidson County, the Office of Homeless Services also assists in the operation of extreme cold weather overflow shelter. And whereas bilingual staff is on site to provide translation services, and staff receives annual training in mental health counseling, de-escalation response, CPR, administering Narcan, and more. And MSS also has certified nursing assistant credentialed staff.
And whereas Renee Pratt is currently the executive director of MSS, having served in that role since 2010, and whereas MSS averages 32 employees who provide standard administration office duties during regular office hours. However, when the shelter opens, they must leave the office and switch hats to work the shelter overnight. This selfless act means they operate on little sleep, cannot see their families, and are unable to care for their own residential needs during severe weather. And whereas so far the Extreme Cold Weather Overflow Shelter has opened 31 days for the 2023 and 2024 season, 8 of which were open 24 hours consecutively, January 14th through the 22nd, 2024. And whereas January 12th through the 14th, the Extreme Cold Weather Overflow Shelter was open for standard hours, 7 p.m. through 7 a.m. However, a winter blast moved in Sunday afternoon on January 14th, upon which the shelter did not close on Monday morning, January 15th. And whereas the shelter shifted to 24-hour operation January 15th through the 22nd, marking a 10-day stretch of consecutive sheltering, with the shelter attendance reaching 298 people overnight on January 15th and peaking at 422 people on January 18th. And whereas MSS and OHS staff operated the shelter by providing the following services: cleaning, meal preparation, and service case management, consulting, and life-saving measures as needed. And whereas Nashville's Extreme Cold Weather Overflow Shelter has served an important role in protecting Nashville's unhoused population for the past 10 years. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County that the Metropolitan County Council hereby goes on record as recognizing the 10th anniversary of Nashville's Extreme Cold Weather Overflow Shelter, which provides overnight shelter for Nashville's unhoused population. The Metropolitan Council further recognizes the hard work and dedication of the Metro Social Services and Office of Homeless Services staff in keeping the Extreme Weather Overflow Shelter operation. This resolution shall take effect from and after its adoption, the welfare of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County requiring it. Thank you. We have a few words from Director Pratt.
Thank you so much. We are really humbled. We're rarely acknowledged for all the hard work we do. But again, thank you, Councilmember Gamble, Metro Council members. This is an incredible honor, and we are most grateful for you recognizing the 10-year anniversary of the Metro Extreme Cold Weather Overflow Shelter. Metro Social Services, our heroes at the Office of Emergency Management and the Office of Homeless Services work in such elegant concert from some of the most dangerous areas to the warm beds of the shelter to keep Nashville's unhoused safe. Our teams make deep sacrifices to ensure that some of the city's most vulnerable are protected. This work often goes unnoticed, so this honor means so much to us. Thank you again, Metro Council. Thank you to our staff. We can't thank you enough for all your hard work and commitment and dedication. And most of all, thank you to the community of Nashville. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Pratt. And Director Calvin and Director Chief Swan. Thank you all for being here. And thank you so much to your teams. We appreciate you.
Well, they asked Vice Mayor for me to say something quickly, and I just want to, again, just echo what has been said. The social services took on this venture, and they've done an outstanding job. And now we got the Homeless Impact Division. But along with, when it comes to emergency service, fire and OEM and PD, we're on the front lines. But again, they're out doing the same thing during treacherous times, and we just appreciate them. And I thank you guys for acknowledging them for what they do. So again, thank you all, and I'm just so proud to be here, to be a part of that beginning team. I can't believe it's been 10 years, but again, hats off to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, as those folks take their photographs, if you will please get in the queue if you wish to make an announcement to the body or the community or your district. Mr. Bradford, you're recognized, sir.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Just want to let residents of District 13 know that we will be having our next quarterly town hall on April 17th from 6 to 7 p.m. It will be at Arlington United Methodist Church. I'm still working on finalizing some of our guests from Metro who will be there. Then also to remind constituents about the third Saturday of each month is Coffee with Your Councilman at the Duncan on Briley Parkway. That will be from 9 to 11 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bradford. Councilwoman Stiles, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Next Thursday, April 11th at 6 p.m. at Cane Ridge High School, we will be having an all Antioch meeting. We will have MNPD, fire, codes, NES, and MNPS to discuss everything that is impacting the Southeast right now, upgrades that are being made, things that are in the pipeline. This is a time to come out and speak with all of your council members. We will have representatives, council members from District 8, District 28, District 29, District 31, 32, and 33. So hopefully you will be able to come out. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you, Councilwoman Stiles. Councilman Eastlick, who I believe has a birthday tomorrow.
Thank you for recognizing that. Thank you for recognizing me. This Saturday, we'll be having a District 11 cleanup. It'll be from 8:30 until 11 o'clock. We're going to meet at 930 Industrial Boulevard. We're going to clean from the Industrial Boulevard intersection to the Green Bridge. So we'd encourage everyone to come out and participate.
Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Vo, you are recognized for an announcement, or announcements plural. Oh, Ms. Swara, I apologize. That was not my intent to skip ahead. Are y'all set? You go ahead, Ms. Swara. Pro Tem, you're recognized.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I just want to announce that we will be having the Diane Nash celebration on April 20th. We get the distinct honor to dedicate this plaza out here after the legend Diane Nash herself, and she will be in town. So everybody's invited to a parade at 9 a.m., which will start at First Baptist Capitol Hill, and we will have a parade all the way or march to the courthouse. From 10 a.m. to 11:30, we will have the official dedication at the courthouse, and then we'll have a banquet on that night at about 6 o'clock at Meharry Medical College. You can get your tickets and buy a table, be a sponsor at DianeNashPlaza.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. Now, Ms. Vo, Councilwoman Vo, you're recognized.
Thank you so much, Vice Mayor. There's lots of things going on in District 17. I just wanted to remind everyone that on Saturday, April 6th, we will be participating in the Mayor's Spring Clean, and we'll be at Napier Elementary School from 10 until 12. And then also in Edge Hill, they'll be having a Heroes Arboretum planting, and that will be happening at 9 a.m. And then also just want to remind everyone, on the 13th of April, the following week at 11, we are going to do a blessing in Edge Hill to plant a tree in memorial for Julian Ludwig, who passed away. And then I just want to remind and invite everyone out to the last session of Then and Now, the History of Minority Communities in Nashville. This is going to be at the Public Library on Wednesday, April 10th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And it'll be the history of Asian American, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islander communities in Nashville. And you can just head to the library. It'll be there for you to RSVP. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vo. And I think as well, we have that on our internal calendar of events for council members in your Outlook. Okay. Ms. Gamble, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor. Just want to announce that there will be a street naming ceremony on April 7th, recognizing the naming of streets in honor of Dr. Carolyn Baldwin Tucker and Chester Hughes, who are two former council members and great leaders of our city. There will be 2 streets named in their honor in a new Habitat for Humanity community in District 3, and we'll be recognizing and celebrating that on April 7th at 2:30 p.m. And there'll be information on online, social media, as well as the council calendar for information on that. And all of the council members have a notice on your desk about that. Also, we will be participating in the Mayor's Spring Clean on April 6th. Community members can meet at the Parkwood Community Center at 3220 Bellevue Drive, where they can pick up supplies starting at 9 a.m. for cleanups that will be going on around the community. And lastly, there will be a District 3 development meeting on April 10th at 6 p.m. This will be a virtual meeting to discuss and provide input on a proposal for an SP at 253 and 251 Nesbitt Lane. And also information about signing on for this virtual meeting on April 10th will be on the council calendar as well as shared online on social media. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gamble. Councilmember Evans, you're recognized.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Guess what District 12 is doing this weekend? We're having a spring clean.
A spring clean?
Shocking. District 12, we will meet at the Ruby Major Elementary School on John Hager at 9 o'clock, and we'll go to town wherever the litter takes us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. Mr. Coopin, you're recognized, sir.
Gonna start on a sad note and end on a happy note. So we'll go start down and bring us up. But I want to take a second to recognize two sad deaths in my district over the last 2 weeks since we last met. Alan Beecham, who sadly lost his life at the Salem Town Roasted coffee shop a couple days ago, and then Riley Strain, whose body was found in funeral was last week. So just want to take a second to acknowledge them. From an announcement perspective, we are having a Midtown Music Row community cleanup surprise on April 6th, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Volunteers will meet at Adelicia Park, but wait, not one but two. At 1 to 3 p.m. on April 6th, we will have a Cumberland River Greenway cleanup meeting at 1818 Cement Plant Road. And you know what's better than 2 cleanups? 3 cleanups. So on April 7th, we are having another Cumberland River cleanup meeting at 2 Victory Avenue. On April the 11th, from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., the Jewish Community Relations Council Social Justice Passover Community Seder will be at the Gordon JCC. This is an event open to everybody of all denominations, and we would love to see you there. And I will take one last point of personal privilege to wish my wife a happy anniversary today. Thank you.
Very sweet. Okay, Mr. Huffman, you're recognized, sir.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. A couple of items You guessed it, we are having a spring clean in District 14, 8 to 10 a.m. We are meeting at the Hermitage Library, so looking forward to seeing everybody there. You can clearly, if you live in Hermitage, pick between me and Councilmember Evans. We will not fight over it. The only other thing that's going on, office hours for District 14 will take place on Saturday, April the 13th. This month's special guest is at-large member, Councilmember Berkeley Allen. Oh, 8 to 10. Yeah, thank you.
8 to 10. Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Mr. Huffman. Ms. Gadd, you are recognized, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the recognition. Just a couple of things. We do have a community meeting that'll be coming up in District 24 on April 30th. That meeting will start at 6:30 p.m. and still working to confirm the location. We will meet first to general overview and updates of what's going on at council and also in the neighborhoods, and then we will move into redevelopment hearing, public hearing there too. So from that, we're also going to have on April 15th, Elmington Avenue in District 24 is going to have a traffic calming meeting. That'll be virtual, so you can reach out to have more information there. And we do have a couple of other things happening in the district. One is this weekend, if you're not out picking up trash, come over and go to the Richland Creek Run. That's going to be Saturday, April 6th, hosted by the Greenways for Nashville. And then on the 13th, we're doing a cleanup over in Richland. And then finally, I just want to bring everyone's attention that this month is National Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. And so just want to encourage folks to recommit to stepping up and doing our part to intervene and prevent and end sexual assault in our community. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Ms. Gadd. Are there any other council members seeking to be recognized for an announcement? Any other announcements? Colleagues coming in the door, any announcements? Okay. With that, we are going to adjourn our announcements period, and in 4 minutes, we will get our meeting underway. If I might share, that sign back there is a little too large. You're allowed to have signs, but it can't really go past your body so as not to obstruct people behind you. So thank you for taking that down. Appreciate it. Okay, announcements concluded.